Ever marveled at the grandeur of Roman architecture? Well, prepare to be amazed. The Romans, known for their architectural prowess, had a secret weapon up their togas, a unique form of concrete. But this wasn't your run-of-the-mill mixture. Oh no, the Romans were far more innovative. They used a concrete blend that incorporated volcanic ash, a substance readily available in the Italian peninsula. This wasn't just a cost-saving strategy. The ash-infused concrete, known as pozzolanic concrete, had some remarkable properties. It could set underwater, making it perfect for constructing harbors, bridges, and aqueducts. But here's the real kicker. It became stronger with age. This explains why many Roman structures, like the majestic Pantheon, still stand strong after over 2,000 years. So next time you admire a Roman structure, remember the ingenious concrete that holds it all together. Think makeup is a modern invention? The Vikings would beg to differ. Now, when we picture Vikings, we think of rugged, fierce warriors, not exactly the type to spend time applying cosmetics. But history tells us a different story. Viking men were known to wear kohl around their eyes, but this wasn't merely a fashion statement. Oh no, the dark pigment served a dual purpose. Firstly, it added an element of intimidation. Imagine facing a Viking warrior, his eyes outlined in stark black, staring you down. That's a sight bound to make anyone shiver. Secondly, the kohl had a practical function. It acted as a rudimentary sunscreen, protecting the sensitive skin around the eyes from harsh sunlight. It also served as an insect repellent, keeping pesky bugs at bay during their long voyages. So next time you reach for your eyeliner, remember, you're following in the footsteps of ancient Viking warriors. Viking men knew the power of a good eyeliner long before it graced modern makeup bags. The Great Wall of China, an unbroken line of defense, right? Not so fast. This monumental structure, stretching over 13,000 miles today, wasn't always the grand barrier we picture. Picture this, a fragmented patchwork of fortifications spread across different regions and eras with no communication or connectivity. That was the reality for centuries. Various dynasties built their own sections of the wall, primarily to fend off invasions and raids. It wasn't until the Qin dynasty, under the rule of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, that these disjointed segments began to be connected, creating a unified line of defense. However, the process took centuries, with each subsequent dynasty adding to and reinforcing the wall. But the Great Wall as we know it today? That's largely the work of the Ming dynasty, who undertook massive construction projects to create the formidable structure we recognize. So the Great Wall wasn't always so great after all. Cleopatra, the ancient queen of Egypt. But just how ancient was she? Let's reel back the years and put things into perspective. Cleopatra ruled Egypt more than 2,000 years ago, but surprisingly, she's closer in history to us than she was to the construction of the Great Pyramids. Yes, you heard that right. The Great Pyramids of Giza were built around 2500 BC during Egypt's Old Kingdom period. Meanwhile, Cleopatra didn't ascend to the throne until around 51 BC during the Ptolemaic dynasty. That's a gap of about 2,450 years. Now consider this. The iPhone was first introduced in the year 2007 AD, which is only a little over 2,000 years after Cleopatra's reign. So, in a mind-boggling twist of time, Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than the construction of the pyramids. Cleopatra, the queen who was closer to Siri than to sphinxes. Genghis Khan, the ruthless conqueror, but did he also play a role in saving the environment? When we think of Genghis Khan, we picture a merciless warrior who built an empire on bloodshed. But here's a twist. His rule had an unexpected side effect on the environment. By uniting vast regions of Asia under his reign, Genghis Khan inadvertently put a halt to rampant deforestation. His empire's need for sustainable resources led to the implementation of land use practices that were surprisingly environmentally friendly. As populations were consolidated into larger cities and towns, previously inhabited rural areas returned to their natural state, allowing forests to flourish once again. So, while the Mongolian leader might have left a trail of destruction in his wake, he also left behind a greener, more robust landscape. In a strange twist of fate, Genghis Khan turns out to be not just a conqueror, but also an unexpected friend of the forest.